Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Crafting with Holly. We are now into the last week of December. I cannot believe it. Where did this month go? I hope you all had a wonderful holiday and are looking forward to the new year. As we round out December, I am going to share with you one more piece of artwork featuring the stamp of the month for December, the Christmas snow globes. I hope you grabbed it with this amazing thin cut collection. And don't forget our VIPs, you get a discount on the thin cut collection. The stamp set is free, and then the die cuts to go with it is only $16.95. And if you're not a VIP, it's only $22.95 with that $50 qualifying purchase this month. Don't forget this catalog retires at the end of this month, so many items are selling out as we speak. Just go onto my website and check before you make your purchases, but I've had so much fun playing with all of these beautiful papers. The Evergreen collection and Silver Bells was probably one of my favorite collections of all time. And as you can see with the cards that I created using the Evergreen paper, it was just, it spoke to me. So this card I made about 3 or 4 weeks ago, so go ahead and look back on this channel and you'll be able to see it. It's noted by the weeks. I also shared with you how to make this really fun fold card. And then last week I shared with you how to make this double Z fold card. And then today I get to share with you how to make this amazing 2-page layout. And as you can see, there are really some fun accents here. I used some thin cuts to create some of my titles, as well as some of the cardboard wood frames that are brand new to this catalog, actually to our annual catalog. And then just showcasing some accents with that stamp of the month. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with the left page. And these are the markers that I used to color in the December stamp of the month. And then these are thin cuts that are still available from the current catalog. And all these pieces and the supplies that I used are going to be detailed for you in the guide. So I'm just taking these pieces off, getting them in order, and we're going to start with the White Daisy cardstock, and we're going to use the Sage ink and a blending brush, and we're just going to add some color in the top right hand corner and the bottom left hand corner. And I'm just using a post-it note to kind of get some ink off of the brush before I put it onto the paper. And then I'm just re-inking as I need to. And we're just adding a very light shading. That's what I love about these blending brushes, is that they just add a little bit of color to the White Daisy cardstock. And then after we do that, we're going to attach that onto the Acorn base. And we just want about half of an inch. Actually, I think it's 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, it's 1/4 of an inch showing. And I didn't get this on the right way the first time, so I'm just gently lifting this up and kind of moving it to the left so that it's not tearing the White Daisy cardstock or my Acorn base. And again, I'm just lining this up so that there's 1/4 of an inch showing all the way around. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach the Sage piece from the mix-in paper. I love this mix-in paper. If you haven't grabbed it yet, please grab it. It is such a fabulous collection. I love this wood grain that goes with it, and that's going to be attached just slightly above it. The Sage piece is attached at the 9-inch mark, so 3 inches from the top. And then I'm just attaching the, I want to say, Desert Rose piece. And then this is the Desert Rose pattern paper on top of the cardstock. And again, I'm just lining that up and trimming it as you need to. And then we're going to go ahead and attach this photo mat. And this is charcoal, the dark side. And then the piece that is going to go on top is the light side of charcoal. And it's just giving a nice depth of an 1/8 of an inch border on that White Daisy cardstock. And I attached those between the 3 and, I think it's actually between the 2.5 and the 9.5 inch mark. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach this globe, and then the other globe down in the bottom right hand corner. And then we're going to go ahead and attach these thin cuts, and I'm using liquid glue to attach them. And as you can see, I'm just putting a very light coating on the letters. I just found that they attached a lot better. The micro glue dots are just a little bit too thick, so the liquid adhesive was really the perfect glue and adhesive choice for this. And I love these thin cuts. They are so delicate and they look great in the charcoal cardstock. And what a great title, not just for a card, but I wanted to show you how you could use these on a layout specifically. And then I love this little swish that accents the top of that title. Okay, now we're going to move on to the second page. And again, I'm just pulling my pieces off in order. And this is the title chipboard pieces that I inked in charcoal. And then I'm just going to go ahead and attach the photo mats onto the charcoal cardstock. And it's the dark side that we're using for the photo mats. And I love these sizes, 3x4s, 4x4s, and a 3x3. So we're just going to pull all of these pieces off. We're going to do some ink distressing again with the Sage ink again, this time in the top left quadrant and the bottom right quadrant. So basically the opposite of what I did on the left page. And it just, again, just gives that little bit of texture, and it just brings that white space in a little bit closer. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach that onto the Acorn base. This time it'll get lined up a little bit better because I can see where I want it to create that 1/4 of an inch border around everything. And then I'm just laying these panels down where I want them. And we're using the light side of charcoal. And I'm just getting these lined up, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my adhesive. I'm actually going to turn the craft mat so that I can line them up with about a 1/4 of an inch border on the sides, and then almost an inch border on the top and the bottom. So you can see I'm attaching them between the 11 and 1 inch mark. And then I need to refill my adhesive very quickly. At least I've got a refill there. Quite handy this time. And we're going to go ahead and attach that down. And then there's about an 1/8 of an inch border between these panels. And I love color blocking, and I saw this in one of the new catalogs. And I was like, oh my goodness, I got to recreate this with the current paper that we have. So you're going to see this a lot from me because I love the look of color blocking, and I love layering the colored cardstock for a base and then using white daisy as a border. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and lay out the photo mats where we want them on here, more towards the center. And then I'm going to take that strip of the mix-in paper, get my adhesive on it, and then lay it where I want it, and then lift up those photo mats so that it's exactly where I want it. And then I'm going to go ahead and tack those down. This layout comes together so quickly, truly, after you get everything cut. It really was a fast and easy layout. And then after I get the photo mats down, we're going to go ahead and put those decorative elements on from the thin cut and the stamp set. Actually, I didn't use the thin cuts that often on this, but I did use circle thin cuts and stamped them directly onto that. And then I did ink around the edges of those circles with the Desert Rose ink and a blending brush. And now I'm going to go ahead and lay out the Memories title. And then again, I'm using the liquid adhesive to secure them down. Once I get them in place, and they go on so nicely and quickly, just wipe off any extra adhesive. If you get too much on these letters, just wipe them off. I had a piece of scrap paper laying around that I just wiped them off. And then, I mean, that truly is all there is to it. Once you get the Memories tacked down, the layout is done. And I hope that you have enjoyed all of these projects, the 2 layouts, the cards, so many different ideas using this stamp of the month. It has really been a joy sharing with you all month long. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all a very happy new year. And come back in January and I have more artwork to share with you.